Good morning. I'm Pastor Corby Johnson, and I'm so glad that you joined me today. I'm a pastor in the United Methodist Church in Safford, Arizona, in the Desert Southwest Council, and I have to say that this is a beautiful place to live in Safford. It's a little overcast today and a little bit windy. And I'm just thinking about the wind blowing the seeds and scattering them throughout the land. Guess the farmer in me just can't help but think about things like that. Now, our proverb today, I could go in so many different directions with it. I could go in just 4 verses: aging, eloquent words, lies, bribes, love, forgiveness, and rebuke. A lot wrapped up in 4 verses. Let's give a listen, shall we? Grandchildren are the crowning glory of the aged. Parents are the pride of their children. Eloquent words are not fitting for a fool. Even less are lies fitting for a ruler. A bribe is like a lucky charm. Whoever gives one will prosper. Love prospers when a fault is forgiven, but dwelling on it separates close friends. A single rebuke does more for a person of understanding than 100 lashes on the back of a fool. See how much is packed into that? We could really take one verse every day. But I'm going to have you imagine having a best friend who you have loved like family most of your adult life. And suddenly, the relationship is severed, and all contact that you've tried to make is denied. Have you ever had something like that happen? It's painful, isn't it? And really, if there's no conversation back and forth and help and hope to mend, it might just always be like that. So, as an activity, I'd like you to think about that. And maybe someone doesn't come to mind right away, but then you start looking at your life and thinking, oh yeah, that person left my life when I was 19, or when I was 33, or when I was 40, or when I was 56, or when I was 61. Tell your friend how much you have valued your relationship. All you can do at this point is to open the door to reconciliation. The ball is in their court, so to speak. You've done your best to serve, to tell them how you feel and give them your hopes and dreams. And it's their turn to respond. So you can write a note if they're not taking your phone calls. Tell your friend how much they're valued, how much their relationship has meant to you. And get that door open, that foot in the door, to begin reconciliation. And reconciliation's not always easy, is it? But it's worth it. It absolutely is worth it. And even reconciliation, we're talking about a friend, but what about a spouse that the relationship has deteriorated and divorce has happened? Reconciliation is important in those situations as well, because family is family. It's one. And even though we try to separate it out, family should remain one. And I know sometimes that's a trial or it's difficult, but it can be done. And then as your action, if there's no response after you give a phone call or write a note, give it a little time. Write again. Something again that you loved about them and that you miss. Not rehashing what separated you. Don't try to do that. Rehashing the incidents just slams that door right shut. But continue to focus on how much he or she is missed in your life. What your life is like not having them in your life. And pray that your relationship will be healed. Our focus verse today is verse 9. Proverbs 17, verse 9. Love prospers when a fault is forgiven, but dwelling on it separates close friends. Isn't that the truth? Love prospers when a fault is forgiven, but dwelling on it separates close friends. People, God did not create us to be soul and separate, but that we would become family right here on earth. I'm so glad that you joined me today, and I hope that this day brings a multitude of phone calls, of short notes, and of bringing you together with people that you miss. See you tomorrow. God bless.